If you're still living life believing that most of the movies that are being produced do not have a significant meaning to it, you still believe that it doesn't have, you still watch movies and you do not see the true meaning behind the movie, the true story behind the movie, I am going to say this video is not for you. Just leave, because most of the movies that are being produced by Hollywood, Turkish movies, Spanish movies, some Chinese movies, some recent Nigerian movies, most of these movies that are being produced, 80% of the time are not fictions. These are facts. These movies are always passing a certain message to you. If you're able to pay attention, and observe the patterns, observe the story behind the story, if you're able to do that, that is when you're going to find out that most of the things that you watch is not for entertainment, okay? It was not produced to entertain you. It's a message being passed to you, but you're being ignorant to it. So if you're still living a life not knowing that, you should always pay attention to the story behind the story. Please just click out. Anyways, today I want to talk about self-concept. And before I even start talking about everything I know about self-concept, I brought up that movie thing, talking about movie, because there's this recent series I started watching, and it is titled Black Mirror. Black Mirror, and this particular movie is on Netflix. Now, it's a series of movies, like it's a compilation of different storylines, but if you pay attention, every storyline has its message, and generally all the episode and all the different storylines are still saying one thing. Now, that particular series was something I started watching recently, and it was introduced to me by my elder sister friend. I walked in on her watching a movie called Love, Death Plus Robots, and I liked one episode, and I watched and I was like, is this a series? She said yes, and she's on like season something, and I should go watch the series from the beginning. And then she was like, okay, don't start that one first, watch Black Mirror first, and once you're done with Black Mirror, then watch the Love, Death and Robots. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I'm going to get on it. And that particular night, I actually started one episode of the Black Mirror. I started that particular movie with my sisters, and I was watching these movies with my sisters. Trust me, I will tell you that they were not even getting the storylines like the way I was getting it, because I'm a deep thinker. I always like to look for the story behind the story. Like, I always like to connect dots. I always like to see the pattern. So I did that on, starting the Black Mirror with my sisters. That's when I discovered that the whole episode on that particular movie is trying to pass a message to the general public. Those that are actually paying attention to the movie would actually understand the story behind the story. The whole episode, different storyline, has something to offer, like has something to tell you about the reality that we're living in, how something to tell you about the life that we are all living in, how we have been programmed, conditioned, like they are steady passing with different episodes, different storyline, almost the same message. Now, there's a particular episode in that movie, Black Mirror, that I would say, okay, go watch that one first, because that is a story that is all about self-concept. Like, the story explains the full definition, the full everything you need to know about self-concept and how that is affecting your reality today, how that is affecting my reality today. Self-concept. And that being said, let's hear everything I know about self-concept, okay? But just go watch that movie. Just go watch it, Black Mirror. Watch all the series, and when you get to the one that talks about self-concept, you will know. For the people that know how to observe, you will know. Anyways, what is self-concept? Self-concept is just the way you view yourself, the way you see yourself. Self-concept. What are the things that you think makes you you? Not what other people are thinking. The one that you personally think about yourself. Your self-concept, your true self-concept. Now, not the one that you're acting in the presence of other people. Like, when you're around people, the one you portray, the one you pretend to be, that not that one, not the one that you fake, not the one that you're physically faking. Okay, your true self-concept is the one that is in your mental framework, how you view yourself, how you subconsciously view yourself, how you consciously view yourself. Your self-concept, that is it. Who you think you are, what you think are your abilities and disabilities, your weaknesses and your strengths, you know, what you think are your lack, you know, your wants, your needs, your self-concept, everything that you think about yourself, and how that is affecting your present reality, how that is actually affecting, not affecting, how it's actually creating, how that is creating your reality today, and how changing your self-concept can actually change your life. If presently you're living a life that you don't like, you're living a life that you don't feel satisfied or you don't feel fulfilled, you feel like something is lacking, how you can change your self-concept, and that small change that you're going to do to your self-concept, how it will actually create a life that's probably bring fulfillment to you. Okay, so that is self-concept. Now, my self-concept, and of course I'm going to start talking about myself, because everything I know now, all the awareness I'm getting right now, is because I have been taking my time to analyze myself, to really truly know myself, to be one with myself. Like I want to have a relationship with myself, and that is why everything I know now, I know them, because as I'm trying to get to know myself, there are things that are coming up, and once I'm having that awareness, it is helping me know myself better. It is helping me reflect, use it to reflect, you know, to myself better, and you know, just change what needs to be changed. Anyways, my self-concept was shitty until 2023 or 2 or 1. Let's just say until gradually, but 2024 was the conclusion where I realized that my self-concept was the problem and I needed to just change it. So my self-concept until that particular to 2024 was shitty. And why was it shitty? Because of the upbringing I had, because of the environment I grew up in, because of the society that I grew up in or that I found myself in, and this actually affected me or infected me, and it has been creating my life over and over again. Even when I wasn't satisfied with the life, I actually never knew that life could change, because I never knew that the problem was my self-concept, how I viewed myself, and how I viewed myself came from the upbringing I have. That's my belief system, my awareness, the level of my awareness, my emotional convictions, you know, just everything came together to create how I was viewing myself, and that was what was affecting my self-concept. And on up to 2024, there were so many beliefs that I had about myself, and those beliefs were the things holding me back, and it holding me back made me feel like I was lacking in so many ways. I didn't really like myself. Even though I thought I liked myself, I did not make decisions that reflect that I liked myself. And self-concept will do that, especially your subconscious, you know, thinking about yourself could create life again and again. Like you keep going in loops and you wouldn't be happy with it, but you just find yourself doing it. Yeah, you can do that. Self-concept can do that. So I was steady having belief systems that were actually keeping me empty, making me feel empty, making me feel lack, making me not really like myself, making me not really make decisions that reflect that okay, I like myself, making me put myself in situations that I personally don't want to be in, but I felt like okay, it was meant to happen, or it's in my destiny, stuff like that. My belief system was shitty. Now what were some of my belief systems that were shitty, and those belief systems were fucking with my reality, were messing with my reality. Now first of all, for the fact that I grew up from a poor home, that always affected my self-concept. Now I did not know deep down I used to form, oh, I am bold, I'm confident. Like whenever I'm with my friends, I'm steady talking, I'm steady trying to make them laugh. I'm always like, I'm bold. But deep down, inside me, I never really liked the fact that, okay, I came from a poor background, and I didn't have certain things, and because I didn't have certain things, I felt like people were steady judging me, steady judging how I look, how I speak, because I did not come from a rich home, I came from a poor home. So of course I did not get like the education that would make me speak, to express myself in a way a rich kid that went to school somewhere, tuish, would speak and express yourself, stuff like that were affecting me. I was steady feeling like people were judging me because I don't speak well, so they will know that this one schooled probably in a public school. I was the only one that knows this. But whenever I go out, whenever I'm trying to like meet people, hang out with people, or whenever I am in the midst of people, I'm always having that low self-esteem, always feeling like, okay, yeah, I came from a poor home. People are always like, they're looking at me, they know that my clothes is cheap, they know that my makeup is cheap, that my hair is cheap, they know that my shoe, like I was steady saying these things in my head. Even though I wasn't portraying it, I was always coming off being like confident, always talking, always wanting to like put myself out there to prove something. Self-concept, deep down, I was steady judging myself for that fact. Now, apart from the looks and have, again, I did not, like, I had this belief system that, okay, because I was created a woman, a girl, so I'm limited to some certain roles, so I should not overdo, because this is how, or this is a role that has been designated, that has been created for me to play, the roles that society has already created for the female child to play. So I'm steady always using that to like box myself in. So whenever I'm doing anything, I'm always telling myself, okay, don't do too much, don't do this one, this. I was always using that to like judge myself whenever I'm out, like whenever I am doing anything, I'm trying to create, not just create, I'm trying to express myself. I try not to express myself too much because society said, okay, women should do this one, women should not be this, women should be this, women should be that. Whenever I'm trying to now express myself wearing some kind of clothes, I'm like, okay, no, this, those things are belief system that can hold you back. Okay, these are belief systems. Now the universe did not create itself, earth did not create itself and place those laws. Man made those laws, men made those laws, and the fact that even men made those laws does not mean that it applies to everybody. Now I am based in Nigeria, and because I am based in Nigeria, there are some certain things that has been taught to me here in Nigeria that is not the same thing that they teach the girls in China. I'm always saying this. The things that has been taught to me here in Nigeria is not the same thing that they have taught some girls in Australia, some girls in even Ghana. Like, the geography matters. The generation time that you come into this world, into this earth, into this system matters. These things are the things that create your self-concept. These things are the things that create, who you later become. The society that you find yourself matters. The environment. These things are the things that create your belief system. So because of the things that has been created, or the things that my present immediate or the society that I grew up in has conditioned me with, whenever I am doing anything, I always use that box to just cut my wings. Like, I personally do that. Nobody is forcing me. Nobody is saying that I must create. Nobody is saying or putting a gun to my head that I must act that way or behave that way. I personally, from the conditioning, grew up to start behaving that way, and these things were part of the things limiting me, creating a life that I wasn't really happy about, but I kept creating it again and again, and finding myself in situations that prove to me that this is who I am. This is because that is my self-concept. That's what I believe myself to be. So whatever I am actually experiencing in physical reality reflects that, my self-concept. So there's so many things. The education that I had in school, the level of education that I had in school, the type of education I had in school, the religion that I was indoctrinated into also created my self-concept. Now the religion that I was created into I wasn't created into Christianity. I was indoctrinated into Christianity. So the religion I found myself growing up and seeing that this is what my parents were doing and I had to be part of it. That is how you get indoctrinated. Most times it's not your choice to become a Christian. It's most of the time it is not your choice to become Hindu, Jewish. Depending on the family that you find yourself, depending on the geography, depending on the place, the society. So yeah, the religion that I found myself also created this self-concept. It was part of it, especially for the fact where we were taught that the God in Christianity is a God of abundance, but then we still have to work. Now those two things contradict itself. A daughter of a king is a what? Is a princess. So where is the work inside? A daughter of a king is not a slave. A daughter of a king is a princess, and where is the work inside? But they teach you that your God is a God of abundance, but they still make you feel like, okay, you need to work, because when you work, that is when you get blessings, that's when you get, these things, and these things now reflect that your God is blessing you. Now the God of abundance makes you what? A daughter of abundance, a son of abundance. And for that reason, if it's something that you truly believe or truly understand or you have truly experienced, you will know that if the God that I serve is a God of abundance, it makes me a daughter or a son of abundance. So I don't need to work, I don't need to do too much, I don't need to chase. All I have to do is live life, express myself, and that's my abundance. Just abundance is knowing that you are full, you're not empty, you don't need anything external to make you happy. That is abundance. Knowing that you have everything, like everything is yours and you don't have to stress. So my religion was also part of the issue that affected, the issue that I realized was creating my self-concept, and in that way creating a life that I wasn't really happy with. Now, not until 2024 that I got to understand what self-concept is and how that has been affecting my life and creating a reality that I did not want. Not until 2024, it was shit. It was me living a life of shitness. I'm not joking. Like, this word I'm using, but I'm just trying to round up everything about my life before 2024, or let's just say before 2020, because my self-concept started coming into light. Like, I started understanding self-concept from 2020. Full understanding came in 2024, but before that period of time, my life was shit. Everything I was experiencing was shit. I was steadily living from a point of insecurity, lack, from a point of desperation, from the point of what else, like unhappiness, from a point of like, I don't know, like so many shitty things that I can't even let me off my AC to just put on the gem. So yeah, from a point of so many things that I don't even know how to start saying right now. Now, once I was able to pinpoint that the issue that I always have, or that I've been having in my life, is coming from self-concept. Not until I was able to pinpoint it, I was not able to change my life. Now, no matter what I tried to do, no matter what I tried to like do physically, it wasn't changing. It wasn't coming forth. Like, my life wasn't changing. I was still feeling the same way, having so many anxiety, having so many, like, I was just sad. Like, I was just living a life of no hope self. Like, the hope I had was shitty hope, like shitty hope. Yes. Now again, self-concept is what makes people it is what make a lot of people physically go to alter their look. Self-concept is what is making a lot of people alter their physical look. Now, because of what is going on in here, how dissatisfied they are with their life, with their their self, with their experiences, That is why they go to alter their look. Okay, that is why they go to alter, like touch some part of their body. And it's not a bad thing, but to me, I feel like if you want to actually really change the way you look physically, you want to go touch your face, do your nose, do your eye, do something about your body, you should first of all change your mental framework, because whatever it is that you're feeling about yourself is not coming from your physical look. Trust me. Okay, it is not coming from your physical experience. Okay, it is coming from your mental framework, your mindset, how you view yourself, how you see yourself mentally. So if you want to still do it, you want to actually touch your body, change your mindset, for change your mental framework, and when you touch your body, it becomes like 100. But going to change your body without changing your mental framework, going to touch something on your body, going to overdo do just to, you know, portray a particular look so that you can please the public, or so that you can be accepted, or so that you can be loved or liked, doing it physically is still going to fuck you up. It's still going to put you in a very dangerous state. Trust me, it's going to put you in a state where you are never fulfilled. You'll never be fulfilled. And I'm not swearing for you. I'm not swearing for you. I'm just trying to tell you that the main work that needs to be done, that anybody needs to do on yourself, the main work that you need to do on yourself is your mindset. Once you're able to change your mindset, every other thing physically falls into place. Every other thing about your life, about yourself, about everything falls into place. It's here. Okay, it's here. So not until I was able to, you know, pinpoint my problem, which is my self-concept, I was having shitty life. And once I was able to become aware of my self-concept, and I was able to realize that those things that I was steadily using to judge myself does not make me. Those are not the things that make me. These things don't make me. There is nobody that is outside myself that is better than me. Nope. I do not believe that. Trust me, I used to believe that before. But I am looking at you like this, and I'm telling you that there is nobody living outside of this temple that is better than me. There is nobody living outside than outside this body, outside this mind, that is happier than me. There is anything than me. There is nobody. There is no competition. There is no comparison. There is nothing. There is no one like me. It's just me. So coming to a realization that whatever it is I was steadily using to judge myself, and in judging myself, I am creating experiences that put me in that particular situation where I am still not happy, where I am still, you know, still judging myself. Not until I was able to change it and understand that it has always been me. Anybody looking at me right now, no matter what it is that you think you have physically, it doesn't change the fact that when it comes to me, I am the best of me. Like, I am the best of me in my universe. You can be the best, you can be having the best experiences right now, you can be having the best whatever right now in your own universe, but that's your shit. That's not mine. That's not my life. This is my life now. My life is this. I am happy, I am loved, I am sometimes not happy, because that is what life is. Life is not always rosy. It is always, it goes in flows. Like, that is why we have emotions, so that we can go on this roller coaster and come back. That is where the satisfaction about life comes from. Okay, so you can be driving the best cars, you can be the most, to you think you're the most beautiful. I don't think you're the most beautiful. I feel like in my universe, I am the most beautiful in my universe. Like, steady looking at my eyes, looking at my lips, looking at, you know, my facial features, I'm steady telling myself, like, what the, like, who created you? Now, come to how you think, how you behave, your personality. I don't think there is anybody that has it like I do, to get. I don't think there's anybody that you can't be me better than me. I alone can be me better than me, and I alone can leave me like live my life better than I am living. Like, you can do yours, I can do mine, but it is never a comparison or a competition or whatever. Every single one of us was created for a particular purpose or reason, or for no purpose or for no reason, and we all have differently we all have separately have our experiences growing up, our conditioning, everything that makes us us, and it has been different and unique and special to us all. And coming into that particular self-concept that you are not what you have lived through, that can actually shape in your life. But if that does not satisfy you, you can change it and actually have whatever it is you want to have, or live whatever life you want to live, and be happy and be fulfilled, and in your own way be the most abundant person alive in your universe. So there was no reason for me to speak my English and be scared about, oh my god, somebody's gonna watch my video and be like, what's this girl speaking? She cannot speak. Like, what's that? Like, what? English is not even my first language. And why should I look at myself and like, oh my god, somebody else might watch, I'm like, okay, this guy is not fine. How? Where? Like, those things were things that I was using to steadily judge myself. And that is why I will do some things, and like I will create something with my hands using my time, and I will not be happy with it because it does not look like what I saw somebody create on either social media or maybe walking along the way. Like, I start, because of my self-concept. Now, once I was able to change that, whatever it is I use my hand to create is the most beautiful thing that I ever seen. Whatever I use my time to involve myself in is like the most valuable thing of, I don't know if you're getting, self-concept is that it's the key. Self-concept is the key to whatever it is that you think is holding you back. You just need to change how you see yourself, how you love yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you relate with yourself, how you look at yourself, how you accept yourself. Self-concept is the key. And I wish you can go and watch that particular movie I talked about, The Black Mirror. I'm going to look for that particular episode, and I think I'm going to put it somewhere here, because I feel like you should just go. For those people that don't really have time to watch movies, maybe you're actually watching this video and you're somebody that goes to, like, you do this job of 9 to 5, you don't have time. I'm going to write down the particular episode so you can go directly and watch it. Now, there is a certain way you can know yourself, know your abilities, your capability, your weakness, your strengths, your whatever, and accept it. And then when you live your life with that pure authenticity, people will believe anything you say. People will fall for anything you say. People will follow whatever you say. People will be all over you. People will stay, because 85% of people alive are followers. I keep saying this in most of my videos. They are created, born followers. And if you're able to be self-aware, and from being self-aware, you change your self-concept to this, what I'm saying right now. Jack fucking pot. Jackpot. That's it. That is it. That is it. That is what separates you from the followers to become a leader. Self-concept. Now, apart from being able to control people, because it doesn't stop there. That's just some of the powers you're going to get. Apart from being able to influence people to create a reality that you want, apart from being able to influence your environment, guess what again you're going to be influencing? The universe. Because guess what? The universe sees you exactly how you see yourself. The universe sees you exactly how you see yourself. So if you think you can actually act to be this person, pretend to be this person, you're not fooling anybody, because whatever it is that life is going to give you is exactly what you reflect to it. It's exactly it's like a mirror. You look into the mirror, what do you see? Your fucking self. you see yourself, that's a reflection. That is what happens with your self-concept. Your self-concept is what is reflected back to the universe. That is what the universe will give you. That's what the universe is going to reflect back to you. So if you're insecure about how you look, people are always going to be seeing you like that. The universe is only going to put you in a situation that you will find yourself being insecure about some certain shit that does not make sense. Man-made shit. If you see whatever it is that you are hiding or holding in your mind about yourself, about how you, or just about yourself in general, because that includes how people see you, that is what is going to reflect back to you. That is what is going to steadily create your reality. And that is why we live in a world where capitalism is very strong. People are steadily selling what we don't need and we're buying it. I am part of it. Like, I am part of people that buy shit that I don't need to improve my self-concept physically. But the main work that I have been putting my time into these days is my mindset. Because with your mindset, with your full mindset, or with your mindset being full, your mindset being very, very strong about, like, you have a strong mindset about who you are. Like, this is me. I am the fucking boss. I'm the girl, like I'm the it girl. If you truly believe it about yourself, then you become it. Because there's nobody that is stopping you from being beautiful. It's just that your self-concept is seeing that you're not beautiful. Now, if they give you somebody else's lens to see yourself, you're going to see how beautiful they see you, or how beautiful you are. But because your self-concept is putting you in a situation where you don't find yourself beautiful, you act like it. You become it, and then people smell it and they believe it and they follow it because you started it. I don't know if you get it. Are you getting me? So you cannot tamper with the physical or have, and your self-concept will change. It does not change from what you have. It does not change from how you look. It doesn't change. It changes from how you perceive yourself, how you see yourself. So you will steady buy and buy and buy to change who you are, and that will make you stress and stress and stress, and that will make you work and work and work, and that will make you put yourself in a situation that you do not like again and again and again. Because what? You have not created a strong self-concept about yourself that puts you above all this shit, that puts you above all this needy shit, all this needy self-concept. So to be able to not manipulate, I wanted to say manipulate the universe, but you're not manipulating the universe, because that's how the universe works. That is the universe game plan. It reflects back to you what you think about yourself. And that's why you see bad people that behave, do everything as wicked. You see them making money, people that are willing to, they don't care. They live life, risking everything. That is why you see them, that's people that break the rules. That's why you see them making it. Because their self-concept about themselves is so strong that they know that they can break the rules and get away with it. Politicians, entertainers, musicians, which is entertainers, actors, CEOs and of banks, and that is why you see them, they will do something with their full chest, like risking it, but they ain't scared because their self-concept is strong. It has placed them above the slaves, and people will call them out, and people will talk, and it doesn't touch them. You know why? They know who the fuck, they know what they are doing, they know who they are, they know what they are capable of, they have accepted it. So whatever you say or whatever you think you're saying doesn't stop them, okay? They'll go for it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing it for. I'm just trying to tell you. Your self-concept, doesn't matter what it is, positive, negative, you can view yourself as a villain. If that is how you see yourself, the universe will reflect and bless you with badass shit, so you can really live a life of villain. If you view yourself as whatever it is, it will be reflected back to you. So if you want to be a bad boy, you want to be, all you have to do is change your self-concept about yourself, because you can. You fucking can. Now there's a version of you right now that exists, or you're not experiencing it, but that version exists where you are anything that you want to be. All you have to do is assume the goal and you become it. That's your self-concept. Okay, and I actually wanted to share what I know, and this is what I know about self-concept. So if you want your life to change, if you want to stop living life that doesn't give you fulfillment, all you have to do is, how do you want your life to be? Start doing it, start living it. Stop thinking about something stopping you or whatever it is that can stop you or that will stop you. There is nothing. There is no limit, there is no rule. You see this life, you see the universe that you are living, if you're seeing this video, it has no rule. Every rule and regulation that we are abiding by is man-made. Okay, man made those rules. And if you were not here, if you are somewhere else and you had a different experience, you will not be thinking the way you're thinking right now. You're thinking like this right now because of how you were conditioned, and you can change that thinking, that conditioning into whatever it is that you want. You can actually become a superman or a superhuman if you want to. All you have to do is change your self-concept. Good luck to you. Okay, I want to make another video. This particular video sounds very nice because of the sound coming from my background, but I'm going to make another video talking about how we women, that one is going to be mainly for my women, because I actually do not give about the niggas, because I feel like the most people that have been really fucked, like they have been fucked, the most people that this particular system has really is women, and most of these women don't even know that their problem is their self-concept. Because I didn't know. I was living life, wasn't really happy. I thought it was out of my hands until I realized that it was self-concept. And I feel like most men don't know. Most men know, but they choose to go with the world's expectation because it favors them more. Yes, most men know. They are aware, but they don't want to act it because it favors them more. It places them above women. And most of these men are okay with it because of it places them above women. They could fuck up their life, also fuck up some woman's life and get away with it because they know and these women don't know. So I want to make a video talking directly to women on how they can change their self-concept. First of all, become aware and then change their self-concept. Let's just hope that particular video is not this noisy, but until then, good luck to you that is trying to change your self-concept. And I hope this video is able to actually help you understand that your life can change. Okay, you can change your life, and all you have to do is change your self-concept. Let me know in the comment section. Bye.